I'm Gabby.
and we are here to talk about voiceover, living the voiceover life, day in
Yeah.
and day out. The dream, the dream is real. Well, I hope you all are having a good Friday. Happy Friday. Ooh, the rhino.
The rhino. I
I
know. I
like the
love my
rhino
little
cub.
rhino. He's from the North Carolina Zoo.
That's so cool. Very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. It's good to see you. Gabby is back. She had her,
Oh,
like I said
yeah.
yesterday, she had work to do. She had a booking, but she's back with us today. Pesky voiceover work gets in the way.
I was trying. I was like, can't we just postpone this? No, we need it
No,
now. I'm like,
no,
okay, fine.
they're very needy.
They are very
Um,
needy.
if you are new or you are just coming in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, hit the all on the notification bell so you get notified when we go live, as well as make sure you leave a comment. Tell us where you're from in the chat. Also, this is Open Forum Friday.
Woo.
So the idea on Fridays, right, is you come and bring your questions, post them in there. All anything. It could be about equipment, it could be about getting work, it could be about marketing, it could be about acting, it could be about, is
Anything.
the earth round or is it flat? The
Let's
question
not
that
go
some
there.
still
Let's
struggle with.
not go there. That could be such a long day. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh boy.
So either way, just please feel free. We'd love to hear from you and get any questions from you. I think what happens too, Gabby. Here's a quick note: is
Yeah.
when we go live, I have to think about this because what
Mhm.
happens is that people see the live and then they come in as it goes on. So when they say things in the beginning, a lot of people who come in later they don't get it. Do you know what I'm saying? Right? Because I
Oh,
think people are just starting
interesting.
to come in now to the live. So it's almost like we need a couple
Oh.
of moments for people to come in to say, hey, if you're just
Oh.
coming in, make sure you post in the chat.
Well, yeah,
This
for sure.
is Open Forum Friday. I'm going to repeat myself
Let's repeat
again.
ourselves. It's fine. We
But,
repeat ourselves
just,
all the
I,
time anyway.
no, that's true. That's true. But I just realized that because I'm like, oh, people, if they're not here, they get in live later and they didn't hear the beginning.
Uh-huh.
So our goal today is to answer your questions. You bring your questions, post in the chat. It's kind of like open. We have like a
Yeah.
loose topic to chat about, but it's more about answering your questions. So this is a great opportunity to get just like unfettered time with us.
Hmm.
And
And we don't mind whatever direction. Fridays are such a great day for this because let's be honest, we're all kind
mm,
of sometimes we're here,
loopy.
sometimes we're not here. We're all
Mm-hmm.
doing our best, damn it. But yeah, so many different things. So like Anthony, what do you have going on right now just in general for your Friday?
mm. Well, I have a lot of meetings set up, some casting things set up, and a lot of publishing to do. So actually, a lot of people don't know. Well, they do. Maybe you do know it, but we run also a casting site called Academy Voices. So like Gabby, Kat, and myself,
Mm,
we run VO Journey Academy, which also though we have a casting agency called Academy Voices, where we
mhm.
find voiceover work for voice actors. And we also publish a lot of work to audiobooks and things like that. So I got a lot of publishing to do today. There's lots of work to publish and all that jazz. So yeah, so this is a busy Friday.
Nice.
And I tried early on to make my Fridays less busy, but it just it didn't happen.
Doesn't
Didn't
always work.
happen.
No,
Yeah.
and this having been a short week, but because of Memorial Day,
Oh,
it's a little
it's
wacky.
felt yeah, kind of
Yeah.
crazy. We do have a question. Strange
Yeah.
Storm. Here we go. I think they because they see
This
question
is
mark.
a fun question.
Good morning
Okay.
from Washington State. What made you decide to post cartoon AI short of one past live? Gabby, I don't
Oh,
think you
wow.
saw this, but we had gotten some
I
comments
did.
about
Okay.
posting an AI short.
Okay.
And they people were very nice. They weren't mean, but they
Mhm.
did question why we had posted that.
So
Yeah,
go
you want to
ahead. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
thought it was really cute.
Yeah.
I just thought it was cute. I didn't
So
think so. We use Riverside as a platform, right?
mhm,
That streams that allows us to stream to different places, and it's a
mhm,
great platform to do other stuff like podcasting and things on. But
yeah,
anyways, it will automatically generate for you. It just already does this
mhm,
clips,
mhm,
right? It goes and finds clips that Gabby and I do. I'm sure you guys have seen them. And it had popped up. One it had that it offered was a clip of us being animated,
right,
and both like we looked at it and I thought it's adorable, it's cute. I
yeah.
had my dad cup and everything, and I just thought it was I thought it was cute, so we posted it.
And keep in mind, like, it's funny because I really, truly, it didn't even dawn on me till I think we saw people like questioning, like, why did you do the AI thing? It's not like we went out of our way to
Right.
find that. It's not like we went and asked or prompted an
Right.
AI to generate it. It just so happens that a service we already use, Riverside,
Hmm.
created it. And yeah, we just thought it was cute, so we put it out there.
Yeah, and I
Um,
do think actually I like it. Oh no,
yeah.
thank you. I mean, Strange Storm says it. It's cute. I was just curious. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. But there was other people who had commented about,
Yeah.
perhaps maybe not trying to use an AI something or
Mhm,
in that
mhm.
particular thing. But I did want to point out, I think it's actually a really good conversation to have, and maybe we can have it next week though, is we I think when AI first like when it was first really hitting the market, I guess gosh it's been so fast, right? But
Mm,
really where it hit hard in the last couple of years, there was that that real battle early on, especially with like SAG-AFTRA, that was a very
mhm,
big and
mhm.
televised and out there of them trying to secure rights and protections for their work and what they were doing,
Yes.
and that kind of put it right forward in everybody's faces and everything like that. I think for me personally, I think what I realize is no matter what we do, I mean AI is going to be here, and it will be here forever now.
I think
Um
there's good uses of AI.
yes.
There's terrible uses of AI. You know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna I'm gonna put it down on my notes next week. Maybe it's AI week. Maybe that's
that's
exactly
true.
what we dive into. The good, the bad, the ugly.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
Okay.
I think so. I think
I
so.
could be totally
Yeah.
down for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuz I think
Um,
you're right. I think there's great uses, and I also think we all of us, I've always said, that I will never personally, it's a personal choice. I will never, I guess you never say never, but I will never sell my voice to an AI or machine learning or
yeah.
something, because I want, it's my voice and I want to keep it unique to me. It's not something that I want to do. Right.
Yeah.
And I feel very strongly about that. So in turn, anyone who works with me in our casting agency, it's the same way. There is not there we don't do there's no AI, we don't do AI, voices, we
Yeah.
use our voices. We are real voice actors through and through. However, with that being said, it is not my place to tell this how I feel, to tell other people what they can and can't do. So I can suggest, I can make
Um,
suggestions. But you're right. Yeah. We should save it for
Listen,
next week.
I'm used to getting in trouble. I will tell you, just don't do that. Don't do that. Just don't do that. Okay. Gabby said, don't do that. Yep.
Gabby said, "Don't do it. Don't do it." Um. All right.
So
Yes.
let's see what else is going. So I will tell you, this is so funny because I feel like I don't know what is in the water in 2025 for my studio. I've
Uh-huh.
actually been saying for a while now I'm probably going to have to sell my house at some point soon. Like I'm probably going to have to move.
Oh well. Oh
Charlotte is this
no.
crazy like expanding like ever-growing city, right? So like right now I have an entire crew of I feel like it's every week. Every week there's something. I have an entire electrical crew outside my house right now with road cones and they're
What?
replacing telephone lines down my street. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me with this?" Like I cannot catch a break. Every day there's some extraneous like noise or my dogs are going crazy. But the reason I bring it up, guys, is because it's just real. It's
Mm,
just what is, and I
mhm.
want you guys to realize we can still function. Like,
Right.
sometimes voice actors get really stressed out. Like, I've
Hmm.
seen people over the years get stressed to the point of like it's not healthy. Like it's really physically having an effect on them and mentally because they think, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to work. I can't do that. You'll figure it out. You'll work around it. There's
Yes.
always a way.
Yes.
It's just so funny that lately I'm like, what is it now? Like I look out my window and I'm like,
You've had so many things going
what's
on at your
going
house.
on today? Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. Telling you, it's the
Let's
problem of
see.
living in a super, super just popular, like I said, ever
Next thing
expanding.
you know, it's going to be the summer. Your front yard will be the summer location for band camp.
You know what? It's
Gonna-
funny you say that
Oh no! What?
because, right? So this gives you an idea. 15 years ago when I bought my house, it was fully residential across the street from me, even though it's a fairly main roadway. There were houses. One day, maybe about 9 months after I bought my house, I'm driving down the road and I'm like, why are all these houses on the other side of the street boarded up? What's going on
Oh
here?
no!
What's happening? Um, little did I know that 2 years prior to me buying the house, a school zone was approved. So they knocked down like 10 houses and a school was put in. So I have an elementary school across the street from me. So
No!
band camp may
No!
not be all that far out of the
Oh
possibility. Okay.
no!
Yeah. Crazy, right?
Well,
Anyway.
there it is.
Yeah. Yeah. You never know.
There it is.
Yeah. So,
Dylan says AI is just another competitor in my opinion. It takes a lot of money for it to be
a
good
good competitor.
competition.
Yeah.
ACX AI voice is garbage. Well, yes, it is. It's really rough, and I've said that. I firmly believe it. It is a competitor. Like I've always said, Gabby being a voice actor, I don't see Gabby as being okay. That's it. My chances of being a voice actor are over because Gabby's a right. Gabby's another person in voiceover who's doing voiceover.
Yeah.
And that's why I think too. Me personally, as long as my voice is my voice, there will always be mine.
Mhm.
So there will always be a place for my voice. You know what I'm saying?
I have long said, and this is definitely something we'll explore in more detail
Mm.
last week, next week. Oy vey.
It's the band.
I've been saying,
It's the band.
let me tell you
They
something.
haunt your dreams.
If I hear a
I
marching band, I'm
totally
gonna
got.
take
You have
video.
got to
I'm
take
gonna
pictures of the marching band
I'm
going down
gonna
the
come
street.
for you, Anthony, because you spoke it into existence. Anyway,
Gonna wake
so
up in the night. The band.
the band. I do have, but it's behind my house, so it's like not anywhere near what would my studio would pick up. It's really cute though. I have a neighbor who's probably like a house or two behind me. This poor kid, right? He's clearly a budding band geek, but
Oh
I think
no.
it's begrudgingly. I think his parents are like making him learn the saxophone.
Oh
And so
no.
periodically we'll hear it and
Oh
I'm always
no.
like, like I'm like, "All right, he's got the beat. He's got the oh, no, he does not. He lost it. Oh boy. Oh, this went downhill." And this poor kid trying to
Oh.
play the sax, it cracks me up.
Oh.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
so AI in the last year, right? Because let's be honest, the AI fear mongering and all the crazy surrounding AI really started in 2024. Um I've gotten more work because of AI than I've had work taken away from AI. And what I mean is
Well, that's true. That's right. Yes, I agree. I agree.
companies who need to distribute information about AI and who need to explain AI to their consumers and to their board, their internal systems. Anyway, yeah, I've gotten a ton of work where I'm
Mm,
doing nothing but talking about AI and
me too.
explaining AI.
Yeah, I do a lot of AI financial stuff.
Yeah.
The with services. You're right. No, you're absolutely right. Um, yeah. Oh, and so everybody knows, just if you're just coming in or you're just meeting us, today's open forum Friday. Your job is to post questions
Yeah.
that you have for us in the chat, and we will answer them for you.
Maybe in
Um,
a German accent, maybe
that's
not. It
right.
kind of depends on how we're feeling.
You never
It
know
could
with us
happen.
too. You
Yeah,
never
no, you
know.
really don't. You really don't.
Um,
Accents are spontaneous in this
Oh,
world.
they
It
are.
yeah, it just happens. It's like
They
breaking out
are.
into song.
Do you know my favorite things? What is your what's breaking out in song? What's in our coffee today? A little bit of craziness. What is you seem very happy about your
What would
Rhino
you like to
coffee.
know?
This is like a new well, because I think it's Rifleman coffee, right? I've heard of that, but just Rhino coffee. We should do our
That's right,
own
right, yeah.
Rhino coffee. There probably is Rhino coffee out there.
I'm rocking the Lavazza Gold today. It's so
Ooh,
good.
fancy Nancy.
It is. It's a little bit. It's a little
A
bougie,
little
but it's all right.
fancy. Bougie.
Anyway,
Bougie.
go ahead. You were saying
I was saying it's coffee talk. Oh my goodness, that made me think of coffee. You
it's
remember
coffee talk.
coffee talk with
Coffee
Joe
talk.
Rivets?
You like butter. Like
Talks
butter.
amongst yourselves.
Yes.
I'll give you a
Tell me.
topic.
Tell me more.
This is Saturday Night
We
Live.
could
I
do an
love that.
entire episode that
Oh
way. We
my
really
gosh, we could
could.
talk about. Oh,
Without
we could
even
be yes, coffee talk hosts.
so easy.
I totally. What was I don't even remember what I was saying. What the world was I saying? I don't even.
It was about AI, I think.
So yeah, so right. I was gonna say that right. So I mean, the same has happened for me. I've got a lot of work, a lot of work with people saying, we didn't like the AI, or we're
Yeah.
trying to get it. The AI didn't work. We didn't like the way it sounds. We can't. We're not using it. We this or that, and also I've gotten work a lot of work actually with people just using AI as the scratch video. So instead of, you know what I mean, so you get a
Hmm.
pacing or whatever that they
Yeah.
have, but they'll always be like, but we don't like that. So don't do it that way. Yeah,
It's still got a very disjumbled,
sure.
disjointed sense, and it's funny because it still puts the emphasis on the wrong syllable in a
Hmm.
lot of places, which makes it very obvious what's happening. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, and so that's always a giveaway. Let's see. E has an interesting question. Okay. What if someone uses AI in a demo reel, but instead of replacing their voice with AI, they have a conversation with it? Okay,
Wait. What is
I
someone
get it.
using?
I get it. So, in other words, like instead of maybe playing two parts or two roles back to back on a demo, like in a conversation or a dialogue,
Mm-hmm.
you would converse with the AI. You would use the AI as another actor effectively. So I have a couple of thoughts on that. The first
Hmm.
is no, because no, because
Mic
you
drop.
can
I need
always
a mic.
find a fellow voice actor of the opposite sex who would be more than happy to make an appearance on your demo
Oh yeah.
and add a little bit of flavor, and then you guys could help cross promote each other, and that's way more valuable than any AI appearance will ever make on a demo. That's number one.
Oh yeah.
Number two, the only time that I would maybe see this as okay is if you were using the AI like the way we use AI in real life. Like if you were talking to Siri or talking to Alexa or having a, like, hey Alexa, what's the weather today? Today it is 47 degrees outside. That
Hmm.
sort of thing, and you needed that on your demo for whatever reason. But that's the
Hmm.
only way I would do it. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't.
that's an interesting. I never even considered
Yeah.
doing that. Probably because there's us everywhere. I mean, at least in our community, right?
Yeah.
There's always a voice actor. Any of us are always willing to help someone else out. I think
Yeah, for
generally.
sure, for sure.
Now, what do you think? Well, you know what? We are actually at our time. Well, no, we
We're
have
almost
we have
there.
a
We're
minute
yeah.
and 15 seconds left. I think an interesting conversation would be to have, or make sure we. If you have any more questions,
Well, no, for
ask
sure.
them.
People are getting riled up about AI. There's no doubt about that. I
Oh
can
yeah, yeah,
see
yeah.
some things happening in chat, and I'm like, oh boy, all right, the gloves are off right now.
And I think it's a hot button topic that
For sure it
we
is.
all feel very strongly about it. And I think that in the end, I mean, I believe that most of us are all on the same page about how we
Mm,
feel about it as voice actors. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
But
know.
I do think that, it can just we get very frustrated, and I understand
Mhm.
why. I understand
Mhm.
why. I was going to say an interesting conversation for next week would be, there are some places who are trying to integrate AI with voice actors in more of a moral, trying to help voice actors use AI, like for example, to come to you and be like, "Hey, we have this software. What if, you could use AI, you train your voice and you own it. You can sell it like you would sell your own voiceover. You control it yourself. No
Mhm.
one else gets
Mhm.
it. We don't get it. We
Mhm.
don't get to use
Mhm.
it other than you." I think it's an interesting conversation to have, right? Because
Yes.
I will admit, in the beginning, I kind of I dug a little bit the idea of being able to control my own AI, where no one else had control. No one could
Sure.
use it for machine learning. No one could use it. It's just
Right.
mine.
The
Because
i
I'm like, that's
the
my that
idea of
makes come somewhat sense.
creating a legacy that way
Yeah.
is very appealing,
Yeah.
but then the question becomes, and again, we'll explore it, is it something that's feasible
Right.
for the average Joe voice actor if you're not James Earl Jones?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a really good point. And one of the problems you run into a lot with that too is there's a lot of issues with, you controlling what people are having you say.
Mhm.
That's,
Mhm.
I mean, could you
Mhm.
imagine they taking
Mhm.
your voice and then having you say all kinds of things that you would
Oh,
spend a
sure can.
lifetime,
Mhm.
defending against? I think that
Ah,
is, again, another reason why it just makes more sense to, keep your voice you.
yeah.
Um, well, hey, this is, yeah, definitely a conversation for more time for next week.
Mhm. Mhm.
And
Come to the
we'll,
AI party next week,
oh
guys.
God, with the marching band.
Mm.
Yes. No. Ah! Well, you guys have a fan-tiddly-tastic Friday. That's what I say.
Have a great
Have a
weekend,
good one,
everybody.
everybody. Bye.